Hey, it is episode 5. We are talking about the accountability man. Stay tuned. Let's get in it. Hey, welcome back to episode 5. We're talking about the accountability of man. Hey, we got some special guests in the building. I know you seen my boy before. Hey, Courtney Peace is back in the building. The biggest man in Dallas. We got him.
Yes,
The
sir. Yes,
artistry is
sir.
great. The water is great.
Yes, sir.
The man is just blowing up. Now he got some artists coming up, so we'll get into that going forward. And I got my boy in the building. I've been begging this man to get up here and have a conversation with us, and
All
he's
corn
finally
stand
here.
up. All corn
PJ
stand up.
Thurmond is in the building. This is gonna be our mental health specialist tonight to kind of get into the conversation of how we hold men accountable going
Okay.
forward. So let me ask you this question, PJ.
What up?
With society like it is today, men are so soft, and you have these
Damn.
men on social media talking about women and how they want to go away from marrying women and things of that nature, but we don't have those grown men pulling them to the side, holding them accountable. How do we now make it a safe space to hold men accountable and have those conversations to teach them how to grow and be real men?
I think there's a gap, man. Somewhere between how we were raised and then now, not necessarily kids we raised, because our kids are still kids, or young, like older teenagers, right?
Mhm.
But like the late 20s, 30s, like that generation behind us, some happened, man. And I don't know, I can't identify who's to like blame for that, but that system of how men operate from a society standpoint has shifted. And so when we grew up, we saw that. We saw men operate a certain way. And then we not only tried to, grow to emulate that, but we still was held accountable to a standard from our peers. That standard has shifted. And he said soft, but guys are more emotional, man, and they don't have the and what they say about us, man. We ain't emotionally in tune anyway. So being a man, um, and not really being aware of your own emotions, and then not being able to control your emotions, it don't add. Hey, that's a bad recipe, man. And how can we develop that? Like I think what you're doing now, man, is a starting point, because that's what it is. People who have a voice, who have an understanding, who have the emotional intelligence to be able to speak on it, and then that kind of it spreads, because it's hard talking to somebody one on one and they think a certain way. It's like talking to a brick wall, man. But when you talk in general, and then he might hear, "Oh man, you talking," but he might respect this dude. But and then he connect with him. Oh, now his ears open a little bit more.
All right,
See what I'm saying?
I feel it. So, Courtney, going to you, I know you're in your mental stage, right? And not mental, but mentoring stage right
Mhm.
now. And so, going to what PJ talked about, the shift. As a single man, I know you sitting on the panel with 3 married men. How are you seeing the shift from your standpoint as far as mentoring and those brothers coming to you?
Um, well, I would say, man, I think the transition began in the home when fathers started becoming absent in the household. So I think that played a big part, because
Mhm.
if young men didn't have that role model to look up to and to watch how he behaved and how he treated their mother or girlfriends, then the young man growing up under just his mother's guidance, he started kind of like emulating her ways. And that was part of the failure right there for the young man growing up in society, especially the young black man growing up in society in today's time.
Well, okay, so let's stay right there. So, why do we always blame the black woman for what she has no control over?
Well, I don't know who's blaming who, because at the end of the day, man, it's both of us. You know what I'm saying? It came about, the triggering state. You think about it, coming from the '80s, right? So you had a lot of brothers, man, that that lost their lives, man, being incarcerated or to gang violence or to, a lot of things, man, to where a lot of young men grew up without their fathers, bro. Now then you also had the man that just was had the side woman, as to say, and was just having kids, and then had the wife, so he just left them kids over there to be grown by their mother. So unfortunately, now you think about that, you growing up in a household with a woman that is one scorned because she has a child, and she's like, damn, this shit harder than what I thought it would be, right?
Mhm.
And then you have the child, bro, that's growing up under her. So a lot of things that she's pointing to him, she's not intentionally doing it, but she's doing it. So she's giving him a lot of negative energy about his father and a lot of negative information about his father. And the father's not there to combat it because the father's not there. So now he's growing up with this warp-sided, um, um, I guess you would say, viewing or perception about who he is as a young man, as well as how to deal with relationships.
I like how you said that, man, because and you identified it about like the women are to blame, and I know you mentioned it's both of us, and that's some truth to it. But like if we're coming from how we're structured, and if we're coming from a biblical standpoint, man is the head, and what happens, systemic removal. That's what you're describing, right?
Yeah.
Men was systemically removed, whether it was incarceration, because you remember those petty. Yeah, it was. I mean, you get 15 years for weed, man. Like it was, it was systemic, man. It was, like if you look at it, it was like it was targeted. So then what happens is, and then you implement the welfare system, right? Now so women are like, okay, I'm gonna have me 15 kids, and now okay, I'm gonna raise them, but like I'm gonna get these checks, right?
Right.
And so now what's happening? And like I like you, man. You hit it right there, man. So now I've seen it. You see the mom raising the son, and then she's being soft with him. Like don't do that, don't. But then her daughter, she's teaching her how to be like harder. I mean, and to prepare herself for heartbreak for older.
Yes.
Yeah, that did start. I've seen it.
Yeah, 100%. And then you got to think about this also, because if a young boy, a young male seed is growing up under a woman's guidance, even say the mother has the best job in the world, she's supplying everything he needs, materialistic wise, right? But still, it's rules to becoming a young man, fam, that she would never understand, bro.
Yeah, but where are the uncles? Where are the brothers?
I mean,
where
the uncles are the uncles.
Where are the preachers and the pastors and who used to step in and take these brothers under tutelage and teach them? I mean, what happened to all that?
Bro, that shit can only go so far. You got to be realistic, fam.
Okay.
If you drop a seed, fam, it's your duty as a man, fam, to take care of that seed, bro. You can't allow the community to simply be the responsibility for your seed, which that happens for a lot of us.
Right, but doesn't it take a village?
It does take a village, but it start at home, G.
Yeah.
Come on, man. If you have a seed, bro, that seed is your responsibility first, bro. Because ain't no child gonna be loved by a pastor or a basketball coach or a neighbor like he gonna be loved by his daddy in the house, bro.
Wait. Intentional dad, because I mean we gotta keep it a buck, man. Like dad, all dads ain't created equal, man.
No, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So like, just like you coming in and you solid, next door neighbor Tim, terrible father, terrible.
I mean,
so they're every day.
Yeah, and they're every day. So sometimes like you like I'm telling you, man, kids will be looking at you like your seed happy, man. I wish I could go stay over there. Because they suffering up in that house. So there is that balance though. But like I agree with you. I agree with you in that aspect of like an intentional father.
Right.
But hey man, I gotta keep it a buck, man. All these cats ain't like that.
But this is what I'm saying also. Let's say even if, fam, he has a child has a father, a bullshit father, which is for lack of better words, right? He still has an idea about what a man is.
That's real. That's
what
real.
A man would look like. You know what I'm saying? Or what he doesn't want to look like as a man, but he'll still get certain lessons, bro.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
A woman is only going to teach a young man what her idea of a man is.
That's deep. That's deep. The idea of
I always tell women, I say, no matter if the father's a horrible father or a wonderful father, the child need to see who he is. You know what I'm saying? Just for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they can see what they want to be or what they don't want to be. You know what I'm saying? You got to give, a lot of women, they, their emotion. You know what I'm saying? we tear each other down. You know what I'm saying? Like Courtney said, hey, we talk. The baby mama talk about the baby father, we run down, but that kid is needing that love from that father. You know what I'm saying? But you putting bad seeds into the kid. You know? So
yeah. But you know what? I want to piggyback on that. Going back to men being soft. Nowadays, there's not any men pulling those men to the side saying, okay, your baby mama talking about you on social media. Why are you competing with her on social media publicly, talking about her, instead of just pulling her to the side and say, hey, baby, can we work this out? I know we didn't work out, but how can we work together to make this child be successful? Instead of putting each other down for likes and comments.
Right. So G, I believe that happens because of the male that is dealing with the woman that you're talking about, and so say he has been taught that way because he wasn't taught like a man, like, hey man, we don't respond this way. You know what I'm saying? Men don't respond this way. You know what I'm saying? We respond in a different kind of way. Because if a woman is responding a certain way, then a man, it's his duty to be able to check that in a different manner, to be able to stop it. So you're gonna keep the fire going if you combating with a woman on a woman's ground. You see what I'm saying? But it's a certain way that a man can stop that. You know what I'm saying? So when he's taught that, fam, you alleviate all that nonsense.
And so to his point, again, remove of the man. It goes back to it. Like he the hit man. Because now I'm deeply rooted into what I done seen for 20 years of my life. And if I'm really sorry, it's 25, 26, 'cause I ain't left home yet. Yeah. So now then when he get with a chick, now the chicks are being taught to be stronger, right? Yeah. Like watch how deep it go. The dudes being taken care of, woman's overly compensating him as a mother. So now he's in his 20s. He sleep on the couch all day. He don't want to do nothing. Playing video games. He want her to take care of him. Yeah. Because like the removal of the man. So, but back to his point, like all we can do is doing what we doing now. Because if you go talk to somebody who ain't mentally there with it, and then especially if what they doing is working for them, they ain't gonna really be trying to hear what you talking about, man. They ain't trying to hear that to them. They know it. You know what I'm talking about? Because it's working for them.
So you having that experience as a mental therapist. How do you change that narrative if you're having that conversation with a man that's lazy, that really doesn't understand how you should care for a woman, how you should approach a woman, how you should have that mindset? If they're sitting beside you right now, or sitting across from you right now, and they're asking you for that guidance, how do you approach that situation?
You see that? Could be this is how therapy works. For anybody that ever thinks about it or goes about it, if the person, whatever they go into therapy, if they don't want it, like it ain't gonna work. If they go in with a lie, the therapist gonna treat the lie. You know, it's no different from a doctor, man. Somebody go in saying they left toe hurt, but then it's really they right elbow. The doctor gonna look at the left toe. The left toe. Like so, right. Same thing with therapy, man. So, but when he comes in and says he wants to be there, see, it's already done happened, because his mindset is open to, okay, I want to be different. It's the guys that don't want to be different because they locked in there. That's the hard part, and media kind of controls it.
Bro, you know what's crazy too? I was having a conversation earlier today talking about how when people they come with a lie, no matter what it is, so you can never grow with a lie, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Can never grow with a lie.
So a lie is only gonna go so far. But when you realize, fam, that you know what I'm saying, this is who I am, this is how I am, this is how I'm gonna move, this is what the fuck I am. Then you able to see the world and attack the world in a different format, and you able to get the necessary information that you need or the help you may need that's going to help you go and transcend to another level. But when you base your shit off lies and you in delusion and everything is everybody else's problem and everybody else is the problem, never you, then your ass gonna always be stuck.
To that point, man. I bet all of us, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men up in here. I bet I'm finna say something, and all y'all can pinpoint somebody in your head that relates to this. Graduated from high school. You said, okay, I want to go on, and I'm gonna go do this, or whether you graduate or not, really. Like you could be like, okay, but I still don't want to be here in this town, this situation, this setting, this city. How I'm moving, I want something better for myself. I bet you go out and you leave. I bet you come back, you gonna see the same people that was on the block in your high school that was on that same block. You gonna leave 5 years, come back, them same people on that block. You got somebody in your head, don't you? You got somebody in your head. You know what that is? You know what that is, man? That won't. That's they don't see nothing past that.
That's crazy.
So like you said, like see that mentality ain't universal. What you talking about?
Yeah.
That's right there. Like that's it. But it ain't universal.
All right. Well, let's pay a few bills right now. We'll be right back. Our sponsor today is Courtney Peace. His new book, Open Court. You can go right now and get it. The website will be down at the bottom. Go ahead, click it, order it today. It's a good read. Look, this man is telling a story about his life and how he came up. And this book right here will give you hope on how to be successful. Also, if you're trying to get your health on, Maji Pure Water. Listen to this. Hey, I have lupus and this water has helped my health. I am thriving now. So MajiPure.com, get your water now. All right, so I got a hard question for you. Right now for social media, you have a lot of black men who are single, and they're encouraging other black men not to get married due to the fact that, especially to black women, due to the fact that black women are so loud. All right. However, the issue here is you're telling black men not to marry black women. However, they may have a woman of another ethnicity sitting next to them while they're downing their own ethnicity. Now, this is now a going thing. Even those single men, you got the passport brothers that's going out there, going to different countries and, bringing women back. Why are we not teaching these men that it's us that needs to be accountable to put these women our black women in a better place to know that we're here to take care of them? Now, I know it's going to take some work for the simple fact that women haven't had the men in the household for them to see how a married black couple is supposed to look like. However, I think it's still us as men responsibility to keep that black couple together. How do we do that? Now, I'm gonna ask you this, PJ, because you're just coming from the bachelor life, and I know you still in the bachelor life now. So I'm gonna come to you for that rebuttal once he speaks on that. So what do you think?
And so to make sure I heard it correctly, identify. Ask that again, man.
So how do we hold the black men accountable to help them understand
how
we take care of our black women instead of dogging them out?
So you mentioned the loud part. I think and I'm not a woman, I listen a lot. All right, so I'm gonna go with that. I listen a lot.
You are different.
Yeah, I listen a lot. So I practice a lot of
he went to school to listen,
like active listening, man. So it's they're like that. They're passionate. It's as opposed to loud. I would say intensity, because they are feeling a mass of rejection, right? And so what I mean by that is you have these major figures, public figures with non-black women. So it's like, what is happening? So now this mass rejection thing. So all they have is the support for each other. So then it becomes louder, and then now it's so when you're trying to say that you are enough, that you are important, you're a black queen, all those terms, you're running into like you gotta knock down emotional barriers before you get to the core. You talk to any woman, man, like for real, they'll be like, I gotta be hard. You don't think I want to be soft? Like, like they all like, if you talk to them long enough, they be like, they don't want to be that way. They just want to be. They want to feel secure. Like number one thing for man, respect. Number one thing for woman, security. And so when they don't feel that way, like, okay, I'm with you, you're gonna leave me anyway, because they got 15 million examples of, I was with you when you were this, and then you got there, and then you left me for that. So it's decades of trauma, and then they talk to each other, And so now it's like I said, it gets louder. So what we can do is that set those examples. And for me personally, I try to treat every black woman, with that regard and that respect and that honesty. I think honesty, because you don't want to take a woman's trust from her, right? And then also understanding that we if we're black, we came from a black woman in that regard, and but also trying to bridge that gap because honestly, man, um, the whole trend came from like black dudes don't like to be disrespected. Like we don't. So I'm gonna deal with a race of people who like that aren't as combative because I don't want to be because I got to deal with all like I don't this when I come home I don't got all it. So that's where it came from.
They ran from the headache.
Like yeah, like so but see that's where the discussion starts. It's like black men, black women. Like okay, can you hear? Can you receive that I'm saying that when that drama and like that like I said the intensity, so I'm not gonna call it loud because I'm just but like loud.
But it is loud.
Yeah, right. But like
It is loud.
like I'm not trying to. So like if that's what it's gonna be, I'm just not gonna deal with it at all. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna remove myself from even put myself in that situation. And if we understand that from both sides, I think there's growth from that.
So I know Courtney is just gonna remove itself. So
No, I'm not gonna remove myself at all, bro. No,
He ain't got to remove his finger.
but I have a long term girlfriend though.
Oh, I got you.
I definitely have a long term girlfriend.
So can
man.
you explain to the audience what do you mean by long term girlfriend?
I
What
mean,
does
we've
that
been
entail?
because we've been together for quite some time,
Mhm.
but you have to for myself. So I haven't became stagnant. So I'm in constant growth. See, I look at myself as like this. I'm a spirit. I'm a spirit experiencing myself in male formation, bro.
Yes.
So I'm experiencing being a man every day. So with that, man, I have to have somebody that understands the way that I understand. And because I see all of us, bro, we just experiencing life right now, bro.
Yep.
So if I get somebody that really understands that, bro, then I feel like the sky's the limit, bro. So I have a long term girlfriend. I love her to death. Do I think she's the one for me? I really don't know. I don't know if it is one for me. I don't know if it's two for me. But the possibility exists, and if it is, then it is what it is.
Mhm.
But I make sure, fam, that when and then also, bro, I don't believe that marriage is one of them things, fam, that okay, y'all got the law form, right? So y'all have a piece of paper that indoctrines marriage. But I feel like marriage becomes way before a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dating someone, then you find that you said that you have a sense of caring for this person to the fact that you give a fuck if they hurt or not. You give a fuck if they eat or not. You give a fuck if they shelter or not. That's where the marriage begins, bro. On some real shit, right?
Yeah, no,
So
absolutely.
it ain't just a piece of paper for us as men. And for
Right.
women, they want that security, as my man was saying, right?
Right.
But for us though, let's say for instance, like we got a woman. Let's say for instance, we know we got a woman that respects us, gonna have our back through whatever. Hey, shit, we gonna rock out with her, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Man.
Marcus,
Respect, bro.
Marcus, you're in your second marriage.
Yes, sir.
You have two boys.
Yes, sir.
All right. And I know we've had many conversations about your first marriage versus the marriage you're in now. What is the message you're sending to your sons from the mistakes you've made in your marriage going into your second marriage?
The thing, I think the biggest thing we have to do as men, we have to be honest with our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm an open book. If they ask, I tell them all. Once they get my oldest son, he's a senior this year, so I'm sharing. I'm giving him everything. Halftime when you seem like you listen, you know what I'm saying? But
so going back to social media, all right. Recently, I saw on social media where a woman came on and she stated that a guy was taking her out, but she decided not to go out with him because she was taking him he was taking her to the
Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah, that's
I'm
how
saying
that
that shit.
and she was a black woman,
Mhm.
and black men just dogged her out.
Mhm.
I don't think that was the right thing to do for black men. I think black men should have I think the black women should have held her accountable, which they didn't. But I also think black men should have came together and put a message together, say, hey, the Cheesecake Factory is not about the food. It's about us sitting down having a conversation to see if I'm willing to choose you. Because one thing about we need to understand is that the woman can deliver sex, but the man chooses the relationship. And that's what we need to make sure we deliver as far as the message is concerned.
Yeah,
man, but you're speaking from emotional maturity though, man. Like that
emotional
Yeah,
maturity.
you're speaking like
I've never been told that in my life.
Yeah, but that's what it is. It's a certain level of like like you got an IQ, right? See, one thing about IQ, like when we get tested, it kind of gets to a certain. It kind of okay, this is your IQ, and it kind of hovers around that, right? It don't really go up or down too much. Emotional intelligence, I think they call it EQ or something like that. It continuously grow, like he said. My spirit, I'm growing each day in that spirit as a man. But you have to have that self accountability, that self awareness, and emotional immaturity doesn't allot that. So like right now, what you just said, man. Like we was like, man, yeah. I guarantee you, there's a large group of like I ain't heard none of you said because they ain't connecting with it. They ain't on that. They're not emotionally in that same realm, so it's hard. Now, I agree. We should never publicly bash black women at all. Like that shouldn't even be a trend. But the premise behind it is that we ain't going no more. We gonna check y'all at the door. Social media, y'all ain't just finna be out here. We finna that what they on. So that's what it is. They trying to regulate. Like okay, for years, okay, I go out and I gotta take you to this 5-star restaurant. I spend $200 on you, and you go home, you full, and you go good night, hey, and they like nah. They combating that. That's what they're doing. But
that shit ain't real to me, homie. But I know it's time for commercial break.
Hey, if you're looking to get your health in place, Wild Wellness and Associates is the place to go, where you can go and get your health checkup, your physical, your weight loss, anything that you need. WildWellnessAssociates.com. If you're looking to lose that weight, get yourself in good care, good health, WildWellnessAssociates.com. Go there now. Book your appointment. You can do virtual. All major insurances are taken. I'm on the health plan right now. I've already lost 10 pounds in 1 week. So go there right now. WildWellnessAssociates.com. Check it out. All right, Courtney, you said you wanted to elaborate on what he said.
Well, just on that situation, right, bro? I definitely think it's hella immature, bro, for a woman to be taken out on a date, to been asked to be courted and go out on a date, and then for her to be taken to a place and she declines the date because it's not a 5-star restaurant, bro. Okay. Like you're saying, like you did say, women should hold her accountable, but not strangers though. Shit, her mama should have taught her better, fam. Real talk. I mean, look, what are you looking to gain? And then a woman like that, unfortunately, it tells a man a whole lot, because if I take you to McDonald's, you know what I'm saying, we share a thing of fries, you know what I'm saying? You never know what I could be a billionaire. Right. But I'm right here testing you out just to see, you know what I'm saying, what you move like and how you think, how you appreciate myself, me as a being, as a person. So what a woman is telling a man is that off the rip, oh, I'm here for the money. I'm here for the good time. I'm here to be treated. I'm not here to help you grow in any form. I'm here to whatever good you can give me, and then if you can't give me the good, I'm out. And that's what they say.
So you know what they will combat that is, and this is just what I'm saying. I listen. It's a standard. They have a culture of standards. So like it's a standard thing more so than you taking me to McDonald's, like it ain't that I'm better than McDonald's. It's just I'm setting a standard because I don't want you to think that I'm less than, or like, okay, I just settle for anything. I want you to step your game up because I'm this type of quality of woman.
Okay, so
okay, so
I gotta ask this though. Hold on, I don't want to lose this thought. Hold on, let me ask this. I don't want to lose this thought. Let me just ask it. So, brother,
hold him accountable.
who gives a fuck? Who gives a
Okay.
fuck what the woman thinks? Because if you're the man and you're the one that's looking to purchase this being for a duration of time
Mhm.
for the rest of your life,
Mhm.
if you're dating with intentions to look for a woman that's going to have something to do something better for you,
Mhm.
for yourself, a partner, a relationship, a teammate, and then you should have your own set of standards. Fuck her standards. Your standards matter more, right or wrong?
It's I'm speaking in bridge thinking, right? Like I'm not speaking that like from
I'm
my
not attacking you.
perception.
No.
No.
I
No,
want to
I
say that.
know I don't feel
Yeah,
that way.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
No, I don't feel that way at all.
All
I'm just providing clarity.
right.
Right. When I brought that up, I was like, when you made that stance, I was like, okay, this is from what I've been listening to from just over the years. This is the perception. So it isn't like, okay, that they think McDonald's is bad. They just have this standard that they want to present. That's all I was getting at.
No,
But
I
like,
get it,
but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Like,
but
me
still the
personally,
question I was asking you.
yeah, them
Still
now,
the question.
for me though, like you want to be able to have somebody who that you can identify that they aren't focused on this material status or this perception. For me, and a lot of men look that way, and like you said, that's a real thing. I'm gonna do this just to see how you respond, cause then you're showing me your true character, right?
Yeah, so
And
I'm
then
asking
like,
you though.
I might take you. I might take you to
men
McDonald's.
a
But
lot of men to lose out by just testing character though.
Yep.
What you gonna lose? I don't know.
McDonald's.
What you saying? What you mean? Tell me.
I love it.
Oh, the bill of McDonald's.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
the bill
yeah.
of McDonald's, the bill of Cheesecake Factory versus Fleming's or versus Papa Steakhouse versus Nick and Sam's.
What you saying? You gonna lose? I don't know. What's the loss?
Well, here's the thing: if she's saying no, I'm not about to do that, and you could be a billionaire,
Mhm.
well, doesn't that go back to? And I go back to you, Marcus. Doesn't that go back to you teaching your sons how to pinpoint that person or that woman that has the character to choose, even when you're approaching her the first time?
Mhm.
That should show the very first
Before
time,
you
And that's
get to
what.
that-
And so
before
that's.
you get to that point.
I
But that's
agree.
so that's exactly what I'm saying.
I agree.
So what I was saying is
Yeah.
this exactly, bro.
Yeah,
Is that you should go with your game plan. See, she has a game plan also.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So
that's true.
now, if you are the hunter, you are looking for something to you have a house built. Now you're looking for somebody to come make your house a home,
Mhm.
right? That's a
Okay.
wife, right?
Okay.
So now you have your game plan and what you're looking for. So what I'm just simply saying is that you spoke and said her standards. What about yours?
Oh, yeah,
Yours should trump hers because you're the buyer.
uh-huh.
She's the seller.
And I get your perspective on that. Like I do think it's more balanced in that way. I do. Because I don't when I look at the real perception of from a biblical standpoint, woman man stand from the woman. I think a good partner is stand beside you. Is real. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like the real stands for stand beside me. Like when they walk with me to help me grow. We help each other grow. So,
Mhm.
but I understand your stance on the act. Okay, I'm going in as I'm the buyer, so I have a set of standards. So how are you an asset to my life? I'm with you.
Exactly,
I'm
yeah.
with you. I'm with you on that. What
So
I'm
yeah.
saying is just helping. Like when you go into that, not just be totally okay. This is how I look at it, and then it's A B C D E F G. But like it's more gray area than that, you know, because like you can you can miss somebody because y'all ain't understanding each other. You like, okay, my standard, your standard, my standard, but like if like she might have been on the same thing you was on, but y'all just did it different. And so
I
this,
did,
this
yeah, yeah,
so
I
so
can
this
dig
shit
that.
could have been like, oh man, I didn't even know, but because off rip, I was like, okay, well you ain't check for McDonald's, you ain't for me, bye. But like she was on her own too, on some
Mhm.
stuff, and then but like he said, like that before he even got to McDonald's,
Yeah.
that character should have told you,
Right.
right? Bro. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Bro.
So
Mhm.
going back to you before you lost your train of thought, and that goes back to what they were saying. How are you talking to your sons from your experiences to train them to make that right choice?
Well, to be honest, bro, like even with like this, I use my oldest son as for I won't use my baby boy. He's young, he's in elementary, but my oldest son, I would want to know.
He might
like,
be pimping in middle school.
man,
You
nah,
might
nah,
not
yeah,
know.
he might want to, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't ready yet. Yeah.
I
But
love
My bad,
my
Brian.
oldest son, I would want to know. Just say for instance, him out dating. You know what I'm saying? Because me raising my son, and you see women out here, they were raising their daughters. You know what I'm saying? And they raise their daughters for us. Like I seen one put a post up. She say, someone asked her son out. Son went out for a date, and the little girl, they in high school. She didn't want to go out with him because he wasn't spending a certain type of money, and she wanted to know Well, what do your parents take you to go eat at? You know what I'm saying? Because my son is not gonna be your bill to where, hey, you're gonna eating this and this and that. We in high school, you know what I'm saying? How serious are we right now? You know what I'm saying? And me personally, bro, I think we just the honest my kids saw me do they see me go through with their mom, you know what I'm saying, as far as my divorce and everything. It was rough. The co-parenting, that was crazy. Like we're getting right now to just now, bro. We've been divorced probably nearly 7 years. We're just now getting, my son is senior in high school. We're just now getting to the point where we can have a phone conversation, like real life, you know what I'm saying? So it's it just depends on the individuals, because it's always gonna be combative, you know what I'm saying? As far as like I got my rules are here in my house with my kids. But when they go to their mama house, it's something totally different. Over here I got my house, they go to bed at 10. At the mama house, they can stay open whenever they want to. So it's like it goes back. It's gonna take us, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
to put, instill this into the kids, because we're gonna be lost, bro. We're gonna be lost out there, bro, and we're so far behind as a people. We can call it the system, we can say, this and that, but we're behind ourselves, bro. We're doing it to ourselves, bro.
I was talking to a guy one time, man. What you said, man, like when you said that, made me think about something he said. He was like, because I was telling him I was about to be a father of because I have godsons, I have children through marriage, but like I got a newborn that's my first birth child, and he was like, he looked at me, he was like, the mama gonna do what she gonna do, man. But he looked at me, he's like, look, brother, it's your job, teach them how to survive. And that resonated with everything, every fiber in my being, man.
Yeah.
Because like I understand what that meant. When you ain't around, when they got it, like how are they moving? Because women tend to love on them to the point of nurturing, to the point that it can cripple them.
Yes.
And they're not teaching them how to be able to operate away from that.
Right.
And it's our job to raise them and be able to go out into this world. Like I know my daughter is in New York. She know how to move.
Right.
And that's a thing. That's why you said it takes, men to come in for that. But like being able to, like you said, how you gonna come make my house a home? Mm-hmm. How can you support how I want to raise my kids? To
exactly.
The point? Yeah. But yeah. You said that made me think of that, bro.
Yeah. So me growing up, I grew up in a house with nothing but women. I didn't learn how to be a man until I got out of the house. And I'm still learning. I'm 43 years old and I'm still learning. And what I had to learn is that I needed to stop suffering in silence. I didn't know how to communicate. I didn't know how to say what I wanted. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't know how to present that to my wife. And because I was suffering in silence, she began to suffer in silence. So Courtney, you are the most no filter having this person.
Damn, bro.
It's dope,
so,
man.
but no,
a lot of people say that too.
But that's good.
No,
that's freedom.
But
freedom, bro.
But what I want to ask you is, a 18-year-old me comes to you and say, "Listen, I'm getting ready to go to college, and when I get out of college, I'm going to the military, but I want to be able to find my wife. I don't want to date anymore. However, I found the person I want, but I don't know how to say the things I want in life. I don't know how to say what my goals are. I don't know how to say, I don't even know how to say, hey, babe, this is what I want to eat when I come home." What are you telling the 18-year-old me?
That you ain't found the woman that you want to be with, because that you can't possibly have found the woman that you want to be with because you haven't communicated with this person yet. So you haven't revealed your true self to this person. So you can't, because when you reveal your true self to this person, then you're going to find out.
I gotta dispute that.
Okay, fine. Come on.
Again, I grew up in a house with nothing but women.
I'm listening. So I heard that.
I didn't communicate in a way to where I could speak my truth in that household. So I felt like as a person, I have to do it myself. So I don't need to call home and say, I want this, I need this, because I was always used to doing it myself. However, I still wanted a spouse to be by my side. I just didn't know how to communicate what I felt or my feelings because I was always used to keeping it in to myself.
Yeah, but you repeated yourself. I heard you the first time and I listened. I listened to what
But
you said
how
the
is
first
that
time.
not? How did? What,
I would tell the 18-year-old you that you have not found the person that you want to be with because you have not found yourself. If you have not found yourself,
Oh,
you
I got
can't
you.
possibly have found the person that you want to be with.
Got you.
Because let's say
I see what you're
if you dispel to this person right now, you say, "Hey baby, I want to eat fried chicken every Friday," and she say, "Fuck no." Then how you gonna feel? How you gonna feel as a man? Just ask me. Is this gonna be the
She
same
ain't
person that you want to
chicken.
be with?
No, I'm gonna go
You're
into
not,
the.
you're not gonna want to be with her no more, right?
Nah, I'm
If you're
going
gonna
to
say,
Cheesecake Factory.
if you're gonna tell her, if you gonna go to Cheesecake, yeah, exactly, bro. Or if you tell her, say, baby, you know what I'm saying? I believe that I should have sex 3-4 times a week, and she say, "No, nigga, I'm gonna give you sex 1 time a week."
She out of there.
How you feeling?
She out of there.
Is it you gonna still feel like this is the person I want to spend my life with?
And
Hold on, before you say that,
okay.
Six 1 time a week. Please go back and view episode 4 side piece.
No, bro, you were cooking, man. Cause let's get to the barbershop talk. So check it. So in the barbershop talk, man, it is the one thing that's repetitive in that joint, man. These dudes come in, hey man, I'm telling you, like when I was younger,
We
man.
got a barber over here now.
I'm smiling. I'm waiting to hear what he's saying.
Confirm or deny. Come in, hey man, when I was dating her, man, I killed and I wanted, man. God, she man, it was couldn't keep her off me, man. After we got married for a little bit, it was. Then it got to a point where, like, it got lesser, and, and then it became a thing where, like, I reach over and I'm too tired, and then it became like, then it started to mess with a man's his pride, his ego, because like why
pride.
like when I was out here single. I could, but out of all the main ones that supposed to want me to the left, I gotta kind of.
So then, what you gonna do?
I gotta ask. Oh no, I'm trying to. But that's a thing.
That's a real thing.
That's what I'm telling you. In marriage. So then in the men. So the reason it's a conversation in the barbershop because it's so common that's the space they can come to vent to each other because they all can relate to the fact that at the crib, man, it's like. Man, my pride, like, I mean, why am I begging my wife for? And then, like, I don't want to take.
Ain't that some sucker shit?
But wait, man, wait.
I just want to know. No, so you can speak. We on the podcast.
I know.
Tell the truth. Ain't that some sucker shit? That's some sucker shit. You have a wife though, bro.
Okay.
You have a wife. Nigga, you've been in job. You've been working. You don't work 45 hours this week, right? You 45 hours came in every night, tired 8 o'clock at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then here it go. Now you want a little piece of ass, and your wife tell you no 5 days out of 7 of the week. That's some sucker shit, boy.
But check it too though. Like, and then it's like, that's how they. I mean, like I want you to kind of expound on this. Okay. And then it's like when I'm giving something for us to talk about. Right. And then when he makes a move, it's like even if she kind of just rolls over and like go ahead and get yours. Like it ain't no. They were like, I don't want that. Like I don't want to be like just humping on my wife. So it's like, so now a man is in like it messed with him mentally, spiritually, emotionally, because he's like, how did I get here?
Yeah, exactly.
They comfortable.
Go ahead.
They got confident in their relationship. Their woman is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, he got to say something, bro. You know what I'm saying? My thing is this: the way I take care of my wife.
And what does that make you want to do?
The way I hold down.
What does that make you want to do?
The way I hold down my wife, she can't take me for granted.
What that make you want to do?
Man, hey, you don't make me do nothing. Hey, you can't take me for granted. You're going to be somewhere else. You remember?
In the event that shit happens, you're going to try to go episode number 4, side.
Hey, real talk.
And then, also, though, man, look at this, though.
This is why I'm talking about we got to hold each other accountable about that because we have to have that conversation. And this is a real talking in the barbershop. Marcus, we've had this conversation.
Yes, sir. We have many times, bro.
Yeah.
It don't matter. It don't matter about you. I'm talking about from the 20s all the way. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy,
like
bro.
you said, it's the same story, bro. I'm telling you, it's the same. Like for real. Like I know why I brought that up because like, I'm glad he Bob because like it. So I'm from Mississippi,
right?
So it's universal. Almost.
Yes,
like
it's happening in Texas too, brother.
It's a thing.
It's right here in Texas too, man.
So that means that like I just met him. Mm-hmm. I gave a general example. He knew exactly what I was talking about. So then, so from an accountability standpoint, how you hold it. See, the thing is, it's like, okay, it goes back to you. Now it go back to your point, man. It goes back to who you choose and how you choose it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, indeed, man. You start
But
that shit
then
off right, man.
But then I also go back to what you said. He can't pick
How you
nobody if
start
he don't
out
know
right,
himself.
Courtney? That's my how you start out right,
You
Courtney?
start this shit out right by telling the truth, by telling them about who you are as a man. You start seeing from day one when you dating. She want to go to this 5-star restaurant. Man, baby, hold on. We finna slow that shit down. Let me tell you about me before I get to spending any of these chochos because I need to know about you. You need to know about me. And we need to see where this shit going. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna be able to deal with this weight. You know what I'm saying? For real. It might be some pressure. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Look, man. Hey, man, look out. Extreme pressure coming
By the
soon.
pound, baby.
But look, check it out.
By the pound.
But look, real talk though, man. You got to make sure, man, that woman gonna deal with that pressure, man. And then also, man, you got to make sure, man, that y'all stay connected, man, on a physical level, man, on a sexual level, bro, because that shit important for men. You know what I'm saying? And then instead of you feeling, because that shit will put a man in depression, bro. For real talk. Just imagine
it making niggas feel unappreciated.
Yes, bro. And then that's why
the
the
niggas
niggas
do out in the streets.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you can have a headache. You can have a headache every night if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you.
And then, bro, let me tell you,
gonna be missing out that bed.
man, fuck what you heard, nigga. I'm gonna tell you, I'm the rugged truth, nigga. If you were a woman X amount of years, bro, and then nigga, you barely getting a piece of ass. I'm talking about you getting a piece of ass twice a month or some shit like that. Man, it's like she got Jody on the phone, bro. Like, believe that shit, bro. Jody wearing her ass out, fam. Shit, for real, bro.
Shout out to Candy.
You know what I'm saying?
Say, listen, I gotta ask a question, now, and I know we have a short time left, so I want to pick your brain on something.
Do it.
What's the conversation when we're talking to men about body counts? If you having a conversation about, you're talking to single men and they're looking to get married, are you judging a woman by the body count she has? Does that matter? Before you get married, are you judging a woman by the body count? Even though if she makes you happy, what type of conversation are you having with that man if he tells you that woman has a body count of 100 on or more?
Me personally, I wouldn't give a fuck because that pussy tight and she treat me right and she ain't out there in the streets hoeing and real talk at this point after I meet her. Because everybody got a history, bro. So I don't give a fuck about what she done before me, but I care about how she treat me while we together. And then, like I said, if we bridge on some real shit, bro, like on a real connection, like she know my truths, because my truth's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I might like 2 women at one time. Can you deal with that, baby? You know what I'm saying? So her body count might not be half the shit that I'm gonna put her through. You see what I'm saying? Real talk. Say real talk.
About her own body.
You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Her own body.
Yeah, bro. But on some real shit though, if she really make you happy, fam, she really your best friend, bro. You know she your best friend, bro. You know y'all can rock out together, fam. You know y'all can get some money together. You know y'all can build a future together, bro. That's the shit that's important, bro.
Yeah,
for real, bro.
Yeah. It's like when you younger, man. The answer would be different. Young dudes be like, I
Right.
don't know how these new young cases. When we was younger, the body count didn't matter.
Our answers are different today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But like right now, it's like,
100%.
But like if you were a dude, man, like you old, like you like 30s and 40s, man, and the thing, like you said before me, like if you confident in yourself, man, I promise you don't be caring about okay, you don't care. Like you you confident in yourself. Yeah.
Right.
Commercial break.
Nah, we wrapping up.
That's it.
All right. Well, it's been a conversation, man. I want to thank PJ for coming down from the SIP.
Appreciate y'all having me,
to holler at us, man. It's been a good conversation. Of course,
man.
Courtney Peace, man. Look, we watching you, man, and listen, you are growing, bro. And I appreciate you, man. You always give me good conversation. Marcus, as always, bro. I can always count on you to call on you, get conversation, and you never lead me the wrong way. And so I'll close it with this. The world is changing, and we as men have to be able to change with it. We have to be able to, as us growing, we are going to be the elders. We're going to be the wise men. And moving forward, we have to pull these young brothers to the side and hold them accountable for what their choices are, especially to our black women. Black women are changing. They're becoming more stronger. As others say, they're becoming more mouthy. However, mouthy can become a good conversation. And these black women have the mindset to make the black man stronger. And that's what we need, especially in the society that we're living in. However, the black man still needs to be strong, regardless of what is brought to our table. So be strong. Make sure us as the men in our 40s, 50s, 60s are pulling these young men to the side and having a conversation. All right. The cheesecake factory is all right. McDonald's is all right because it's all about what the man brings at the end. Because that McDonald's conversation could be a yacht conversation 10 years later.
Yep.
So get your mind right
Yeah.
and stop all that bullshit because you eating a cheeseburger and not a $60 steak.
Yeah,
This
man.
is the Sims Podcast. I appreciate everybody. Much love. We out.